cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing.
Good morning again, and welcome to the My Tarot Morning Reflection. And again, one of those things I have to say that I have a lot of gratitude for, because if I did not put myself on a schedule like this in the morning, I would be running myself ragged. I would be getting up late. You know, you should have seen me just 2 minutes before sitting down here. It was not a very quiet moment because I had to get my last cup of coffee. So it's just one of those things to find a reason, find a schedule, find people, you know, to make me take that 10 or 15 minutes in the morning. Finding that excuse. You know, for me, I do call it a tarot meditation, but I always encourage people to find something. For me, it's listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. It causes me to breathe. And so this is a reminder that it could be like a bell that you ring. And then it's Pavlov's dog, right? We hear that. We do it enough times. It's going to be, oh, I need to breathe. Or it could be lighting a candle. Or it could just be a special place in your house. Good morning, Maureen. I was just saying how grateful I am to have everybody here and a reason to get up in the morning and stop. But I did get my coffee, so that makes it a little bit easier. So, but we are here, instead of listening to me ramble, we're here to remember to take that breath, put our feet flat on the floor, have our butt do the kitty dance, make sure we're comfortable in our seat, shoulders relaxed and neck relaxed. Trust me, this is not how I was starting my morning originally. But this will shift the entire day, because now it reminds me to be grounded, to be rooted, and check in with the universe. See if there's any angers or resentments I might be having, or any anxieties, any tips or tricks. Because like I say, if we look at them now in the morning, when we're doing our meditation and when we're breathing, maybe we will recognize them, and if something happens later in the day, instead of acting out, maybe we'll just recognize it for what it is and go take a breath. So, the big goal here is to check in with the universe, see what the universe has for us. And I'm going to do that by creating 3 different stacks, each one a different thread going out to the universe, each one like a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path, this stack is a whole different conversation, and this stack will take us someplace totally different. So today I'm going to grab the center stack, which I like to think of as just getting to the heart of the situation. There are 3 cats and 2 dogs who start my morning with emphatic clamoring. Oh, man. Yeah, I kind of miss my cat and my dog. But I ain't ready to get a dog yet after losing our Bachi. So, but enjoy them while we've got them, right? So I'm going to lay out our 3 cards. And I'm going to flip them over one at a time like we're reading the pages of a book. And the first card, here we go. Today's Tuesday, right? Welcome. Oh, no, today's Tuesday or Wednesday? Jeez, today's Wednesday. We're at the hump day. We're at the middle of the week. And now we have our 4 of Cups. So cups are what? Cups are emotions, feelings, spirituality. And 4s are all about stability, like 4 legs on a table. And so this weekend I'm going to be teaching, or not this weekend, coming up on May 3rd, I'm going to be doing a class at a Beltane ritual. I'll do the class on numerology and the tarot and using the elements to read the tarot. So fours are like four legs on a table, which shows our stability. Cups are the element of water because of the emotion and feelings and things like that. But if fours are all about stability, then what happens when water's not flowing? You know, sometimes we might just get stagnant. We need to, good morning, like listening to me ramble. Oh my gosh. But here we are. So when water doesn't flow, things start to get stagnant. There's things that we should be doing, but we start either taking it for granted or we don't even notice it anymore. Just like this right here, because we become so used to it. But this is kind of like saying, did you realize this is how you felt about something or this or that? Or, are you stuck in the same routine at work? And then we have the Hierophant, which is also known as the Pope in the original tarot. So, who is the Hierophant or the Pope? Well, it could be a couple things. One, it might be somebody that we seek for spiritual guidance and wonderful things like that. But the other thing it could represent is all those rules and regulations and shouldas and what we should and what we shouldn't kind of thing. It's all those things that are supposed to keep us. We need our rules. We have our SOPs at work. We have things that we're supposed to do. But sometimes we become so rigid and stagnant. Because the church, it's, let's face it, that's representing the church. And the church gives us, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. The church and our different churches, whether it's Wiccan or whatever, they teach us the rights and our wrongs in our society and things like that. But sometimes they get in our way. Sometimes we need to break out of the way we've always done things. And so we have the Hierophant is reversed here. So we need to see what the next card's going to be. But so far I'm seeing this is that we just get so used to doing things a particular way. And what worked in the past was great, right? It got us to where we are. But then if we just keep doing the same thing over and over, then things become stagnant. And where we could be planting a seed, starting a new passion, instead, we get stuck in a rut. We're doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, or we've been doing the same thing and we continue to do the same thing. And then guess what tomorrow I'm going to do? The same thing. And so maybe we need to look at what we're doing and why we're doing it so that we can move forward. But let's see what the advice card is. We have 2 5s here. So we talked about, aces are seeds. Aces, that we plant. And then we moved to 2, which are about making choices with that seed we planted. 3 is about growth. 4 is about stability. And when things are nice and stable, something throws a wrench in. Generally things that we can't control. We can't control people, places, or things. We can plan a camping trip, but we can't plan the weather. And so we get the 5 of coins. Coins are home, health, finances, and all those things that keep us grounded. But where 4 of coins is about stability and about where we were, something comes in and sometimes it disrupts, whether it's our home or, again, our finances, all those things, again, that keep us grounded. And so we have to kind of try and overcome the 5 so that we can move on to the 6. But this is reversed. It's about recognizing. These are about recognizing. So in other words, we know what the issue is. And a lot of times when I'm doing a reading for somebody, people come in with the preconception that it's like a tarot reader is going to read read their fortune and tell them their future. And what it really is that it's about understanding the present to figure out where we're going next. It's not about reading the future. It's about understanding now to see where we're going. And with this, it really is about understanding now, seeing what it is maybe that we're discontented with. Is it home? Is it finances? Is there health issues? Things like that. It's about looking at things that keep us grounded, because we have 3 different elements here and a major. We have water, we have fire, and we have earth. So this is affecting 3 different aspects of our one self. 3 aspects of our one self. So because of our ennui, or because we're kind of stuck in a particular rut, again, whether it's home or work, whatever it is, we kind of keep, we have these things that we always do, and we do it this way, and we follow these rules. And then instead of starting something new, starting something, giving ourselves a little bit of a passion thing to do today, like I tell you what, and consider this kind of a rule or what I'm doing, but it's like I know what time I get off work. And I know when I come home that I'm going to do A, B, C, and D. And I'm not going to deviate from that because, well, that's my tradition. But I'm not doing anything new, right? And so after a while, all that stability starts to weigh on us. So the main thing here today is, what aspect of my life, what am I doing that's starting to feel like I'm in that rut where the water energy has stopped flowing? And then why? Is there a particular reason? Have we started establishing our own traditions of just coming home and sitting on our butt? Because that is a tradition. That's a tradition for me, at least. But I know that for tonight, I'm going to be going to go read cards at Soul Aura, Crystals and Herbs in Frederick. So that's going to start firing up my passion a little bit. But until then, I have to sit here at work. And I am trying to get motivated at work. And I'm trying to do what I'm supposed to. But it's not really doing any progress. And so the 5 of coins is reversed, which means that we recognize, so that when that person sits down in front of me and I don't give them a fortune, I look at them and I say, I didn't need to tell you this. The cards didn't need to tell you this. You already knew it. And then somebody say, I know. So we kind of have an idea of what this might mean for us. A lot of times meditating is just validating what we already know. So, for today, what patterns have we developed that are keeping us from that spark? Keeping us from doing what we could be doing. Finishing a book, right? Going outside and taking a walk in the woods. What patterns and what traditions do we need to break? Whether it's something at work that's holding us back, there's what we're supposed to do, and then there's what's right. But whatever it is, the main thing is we need to find a way to turn this card around so that we bring that fire and energy back into whatever it is that we're feeling like we're stuck in. And so with that, I will be at Soul Aura tonight. I'm looking forward to that in Frederick. And I am looking forward to going to the Lune tomorrow. And again, May 3rd is Beltane. And so with the Temple of the Roses, if you go to that website, or you look on Maryland Witches on Facebook. You'll see the event there. And so I'm going to be there on the 3rd. So with that, thanks again. Take care. And I hope everybody has that amazing day or evening, wherever you are and watching it. Take care.